Okay, so normally I like to have a script and write down what I'm going to write down, but I feel like I should just, speak my mind and just talk about whatever comes to my head first. First things first, hello everybody. Again, this is Love My Anime, and I like anime stuff. I like cute things. I like Sanrio. Yeah, I like fairy tale. You can see over there. You can see Hello Kitty right there. I like to sew. I like a lot of things. Anyway, I'm not gonna babble on. Personal wise, I've been dealing with my own health, dealing with my thyroid eye disease, getting surgeries done. I have another surgery coming up, a orbital decompression surgery on my right eye coming up soon. But anyways, this is a anime review video, and I call it an anime review video is because I want to talk about an anime that I have been watching. I've seen a lot of animes in the past. Of course, I do not upload them because I've kind of gotten into the state where I believe YouTube will just keep on copywriting anything that I put on, and anything that's not a reactive video, well, it appears that you guys don't really care much about it. So I've kind of just stopped worrying about that and just allowed myself to put out whatever I want to put out. So I got into watching YUNA is a Hero. I know it's not a new anime, and I think it came out in 2015 or 18. I can't remember, but oh my god, it gives Madoka Magica vibes so much. Like, I've seen Madoka Magica, and that's like the one anime where I cannot go back and watch it a second time. The first time I've seen Madoka Magica, it's one of those animes where you just can't stop watching it. It gets so deep and dark, but you can't stop watching it. So here I am watching the anime, and I'm bawling my eyes out. I am crying, and I swear to you, after I finished the anime, I was so sad and depressed. I mean, I'm already depressed now, but that's something else. But anyway, I genuinely just got so sad, and basically went into like this grieving, emotional, terribly sad state for like, I want to say 2 weeks straight, and I could not get out of it. Now I'm just like, oh my god, do I dare experience that again? That's kind of why I haven't really rewatched Madoka Magica. But this anime here, YUNA is a Hero, it's like that meme of, hey man, you mind if I copy your homework? Yeah, sure, just don't make it obvious. And like, come on, like, I'm not saying that they point to point copied the exact same thing, but the vibe is there. Like, the vibe of the dark magical girl anime is definitely there. Now, do I think that YUNA is a Hero is worse than Madoka Magica? See, that's an interesting question. So I've only seen season 1, and it's the only dubbed one, and of course I'm gonna see season 2 and watch it in sub, because there's no dub, so I'm gonna move on to watching it in sub. And it looks like season 2 is sort of like a prequel to season 1, because I didn't know what I was getting into until I kind of got to about episode 6. Oh, by the way, this video is gonna have spoilers. YUNA is a Hero is about a group of students who are part of the Hero Club, and in the Hero Club they help out basically people that need help.
YUNA and Togo reporting in. We have a lot of requests, so stay focused. All of those kiddies need homes? That's right, and we're going to find those homes.
And they live in this world which is guarded by this god, Shinju-sama, as they call it. And one day, whole world freezes, and these girls are teleported into this rainbow forest.
No. Hello?
Basically. basically. And even that rainbow forest there kind of made me think of a witch's labyrinth. One of the girls named Fu, which just makes me think of mommy, ends up telling the other girls, Yuki and Toga, and her little sister as well, that the hero club is actually, it's not just a regular club. These girls have been chosen to be actual heroes.
I didn't want to say anything, unless Sanshu Middle School Hero Club was meant to become it. The world you see is a type of barrier. Everything made by the Shinju-sama. The place itself is not bad, but it is where the Shinju-sama has chosen for us to fight our enemies.
To stop these monsters called the Vertex from entering into their worlds and ruining their peace. So they gotta fight the Vertexes to save the peace.
That's a Vertex. It's an enemy of all mankind. The Vertex has one objective: to reach our world's natural treasure, the Shinju-sama.
The girls are like, yay, you know, we get to fight, we get to be heroes, and you know, it's all great. They have their transformations, and they get to use their magic and their powers, and at first, Toga is, you know, I can't do anything because I'm in a wheelchair, and I'm just gonna hold people back. But then later on, even she gets her magical girl transformation as well, and has, like, guns for her, like, weapons, and that just reminds me of Homura. I can't be the only one that just is seeing these similarities here. The girls fight the Vertexes, and they say they have to fight off 12 Vertexes, and each time they work together, and they're pushing through, and they are powering, and they're using the power of their god to help them defeat the Vertexes until they come across a more difficult Vertex and end up using upgraded power of theirs called a Mankai.
Yes, it's time for the hero's trump card. This is all my energy. It can't ruin our beautiful lives. I won't let it.
After they use the Mankai, they suddenly realize that they have lost abilities in different ways. Basically, they have lost like body functioning abilities. One of them loses sight in their left eye, I believe. Another completely loses their speech. Another loses part of their hearing, and the main character, Yuki, loses her taste buds completely.
After our last battle against the Vertexes, medics came and took us to the hospital. Now they're running tests to make sure we're okay. 'Twas the Dark War, and I was in a fight to the death with a wizard king.
The doctor said she's lost some vision in her left eye, alright?
Itsuki isn't able to use her voice now.
They go to the hospital, and the doc's like, yeah, no, you'll be fine, you know, don't worry about it. So the girls don't really think much.
I think it's probably just fatigue from fighting. After all, when we go into battle as heroes, it takes a lot of energy.
And they continue on with their day, and the one thing is that this anime also does have a pretty good focus on like a slice of life part as well. It's not just all continuous fighting and such. Here is where things go downhill. After fighting one of the Vertexes, Toga and Yuki get teleported separately from their other two friends, and they get transported or teleported to this strange girl who is all bandaged up in a hospital bed. They have no clue who this girl is, but this girl tells them that she used to be a hero just like them, and the reason she is like this, like in this terrible state, is from using her magical girl powers, like her magical girl Mankai. She basically tells them that the more you use your powers to fight these Vertexes, the more disabled you're going to get.
I'm Sonoko Nogi. I used to fight as a hero along with my two friends. After the Mankai phase, the body begins to wither. That's when you start losing things.
from losing the complete functionality of your limbs, your voice, your sight, everything. And in the end, they could just end up being vegetables and not able to do anything. And what's worse is that she basically tells them that they can't die. They're just gonna be stuck in this terrible disabled body that barely functions forever. So that's just what they learned.
It's the price you must pay for using our god's powers. And in exchange, heroes never die and will live for an eternity. Time passed. I wasn't able to fight anymore. And this is what's left of me. You went Monkai. You ended up paying with your own body? Yes.
And I'm just thinking, oh God, you know what? If I had to choose between losing all of my functionalities and not able to do anything and having to suffer through that for eternity versus becoming a witch and actually being able to be killed and die and such in Madoka, I would choose becoming a witch, because there is no way I would want to go through the suffering of eternal immortality, immortal and suffering forever. No, thank you. So Yuki, Yuna, and Toga, her friend, find out about this. And oh yeah, also this girl keeps calling Toga Washi. And Toga has basically lost 2 years of her memory and the functionality of her legs somehow after an accident, and she has no clue what happened. She doesn't remember anything, but I'll get back to that later. These two girls go and tell Fu later on.
Bodies are offerings to the Shinju-sama?
That's right.
When we went Monkai, each one of us experienced some kind of loss. One way or another, we've all become physically disabled. Turns out, things are being taken away because we're sacrifices.
And Fu is like, hold on, we can't just jump into this conclusion. Like, what if she's wrong? And what if we do get our abilities back and everything?
I want you to promise me you won't tell the others yet. Until we're absolutely sure this is true.
But it does not get any better. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Because later on, I forgot to mention it before, but the magical girls also have these little fairies that accompany them and help them fight and such. And in the earlier part of the season, they believe these fairies are just like these little friends or pets that they can train and help, so they can help out and such. But that's not really the case, because Toga has figured out that these fairies will basically prevent them from harming themselves, from committing any sort of unaliving. So here's the thing, Toga proves to the others that they literally cannot die because their fairies will stop them from unaliving themselves.
In the past few days, I've tried to commit suicide at least 10 different times. I used to believe each of the fairies was responding to the hero's will to fight. That's not true. The hero's thoughts don't even affect them. The reason for the fairies' existence isn't to help the heroes. What if their only purpose is to bind us to our duties? I think it's their job, ensuring that we go into battle without ever being allowed to die.
And this is kind of where Fu realizes that, oh shit, this is actually bad. And she feels terrible because she was the one who invited or like recruited these other girls into the heroes club, or to become the actual heroes themselves.
I can't believe it. I had no idea this would happen. I didn't know saving lives would mean sacrificing our bodies. I swear I didn't. It's my fault.
Fight the vertexes. And she's devastated. And seeing her just break down, crying, and just get more and more devastated and emotional. Guys, oh my god, I was tearing up so much. I was ready to cry because I knew this anime was dark by now. And I'm like, you know what, I've seen Madoka, I'm ready for the darkness and everything, but there is no holding back the tears at all, guys. Not at all. The moment where Fu gets a call and on the phone is a audition recruiter, and she finds out that her sister auditioned to be like a singer.
Hi, my name's Itsuki Inobasaki. I signed up for the vocalist
and that's what career she wanted, and then realized that her sister cannot continue with her career. Crushed her so much, and it honestly crushed me as well. See how sad it was. But it's even worse when she finds the audition clip and hears her sister's voice singing.
Here's my song.
And then sheer rage that she felt, and probably the guilt as well from believing that she was the one who caused all of this, is just really heartbreaking. Guys, it was really heartbreaking. Because after that, Fu basically is like, fuck those guardians, but she goes off and to basically fight against them because she is so mad at this cost of using their magic, of disabling them, themselves.
Come on! What do you think you're doing? It's Natasha! I'm taking them down! We're never gonna get better! Listen, there were others who came before us, Karine. They went Mankai so often, they aren't even able to move anymore! But this time, we're the ones who are being sacrificed! If I'd known, I could have saved you! I wouldn't have gotten you involved in all of this!
But the other girls do stop her, and she, they tell her that there is other better ways to handle this, and Fu does break down even more and just cries out loud, burst tears, loud wailing, crying, and you can definitely feel the emotions just like you could in Madoka Magica. So I'm watching that, I'm bawling my eyes out. And later on, Toga does more investigating and talks to that strange girl in the hospital bed and learns that this world that they're in is not even the whole world. It's one closed off part with like a force field, and outside of the force field, there is no world. It's all gone. There's like nothing left. And she learns about that, and she's like, what are we even fighting for? There's nothing left. There's no world, and these vertexes are endless. So are we just gonna endlessly have to keep fighting and keep losing parts of ourselves and getting worse and worse and worse?
Are they gonna attack us one after another? How are we supposed to take on all of them? With each battle, we'll only become more disabled. Over and over. I'll be made to suffer countless times until we're too weak to fight. It's wrong.
So rather than wanting to deal with that, Toga ends up wanting to let the vertexes in, and she's just like, you know what, let just have them kill us, because this is better than any fate our god wants us to have.
There's only one way. Today, I'm ending their suffering. If we can just destroy the Shinju-sama, we'll finally be free of this. We won't be forced to endure this living hell. To save us all, I'm ending this world.
So she goes berserk as well. Half these girls are going berserk in their own crazy way. I think the only person that tries to be calm is Yuki, best she can. She tries to be positive, but even she tears up. And oh yeah, also one of the girls named Karine also acts like this, someone who is in charge and knows what she's doing and says she is the chosen one to fight as a hero, and she is supervising over the other girls, but overall in the reality is that she also kind of is afraid herself, and she cares about the other girls. And to stop Toga, because Yuki wants to stop Toga from pursuing her goal of just having everybody die, ends up going and fighting off like 5 vertexes on her own and using the Mankai over and over and over, which, as before, the more you use it, the more disabled you will get. You will lose part of yourself. And she ends up in that moment losing her sight and her hearing. So she's just on the ground, unable to hear, unable to see, and Yuki quickly attends to her. And oh god, even that moment was just heartbreaking.
Wake up! Yuna, is that you? Sorry, but I think they've taken away my eyes and ears. It is you.
I hated it so much. And of course then Yuki goes and in the end stops everything, saves the day. But there is a cost to that, because the sadness of this anime doesn't end there. Later on, I guess their mission as heroes are basically done because their fairies disappear. And now here's the thing. Fu at one point says that, hey, we might not be heroes anymore, or like she's like, we might not have the power or something like that. But then later she says, at least we'll just be the immortal heroes club still.
There's no need for us to fight now. But hey, our hero club's immortal, right?
You got me.
I don't believe that the club is actually called the Immortals Hero Club, because I believe in the beginning the club was just called the Heroes Club. And the fact that she says the Immortal Heroes Club tells me that these girls are still immortal. Like, they still can't die, even when they're not being chosen to be heroes to fight against the vertexes. They're still like, they still can't die. Now, I don't know if that's gonna change in like season 2 and 3, and they'll find out that, okay, yes, they can die. But the only one single positivity that has happened in the season 1 is that at the last episode, their functionalities actually do start coming back slowly. When one gets their voice back, the other gets their sight back. The only one person that is suffering by now is Yuki. From using so much of her power, she goes into a coma state. Her eyes are open, but she is gone. There's nothing in her head at all. And I'm assuming she's been like this for a good while, because her friends come and visit. They talk to her as normally as she can, and seeing that their friend has no reaction and they start to cry is just another part of the anime that made me tear up so much. Like, I cried so much.
Yuna? Here, some pressed flowers. Damn it. I never want you to go away. I can't be without my best friend in the world.
But thankfully that also had a good, happy moment, and she did get out of the coma.
I'm here with you. Always.
And that is kind of where the first season ends. Then you get into the second season, and I'm just starting the second season, but I have kind of read on the episode guides of what to expect and such. I know that's kind of like spoiling myself, but I'm still gonna watch the episodes. Season 2 is a prequel to season 1, because you learn that Toga actually used to be a hero in the past by a different name, and she was a hero she was partnered with that other girl who was in the hospital bed, along with a third girl, and that third girl wears that ribbon that she wears. And in season 1 she has no clue who the ribbon belongs to, but in season 2 you learn that the ribbon does belong, who the ribbon belongs to, and that girl doesn't exist in season 1. So here we go. Now in season 2 we're gonna learn, or I'm going to basically learn and watch and see how Toga lost her memories, lost the use of her legs, how she lost one member of her team, and how the other member ended up bedbound and bandaged up in a hospital bed for the rest of her life. I have no idea why I watch such dark animes like this, but god, do they have such a great plot and the storyline, and it's so captivating. I love it so much. I've seen Magical Girl Rising that anime was terrible. Like, I mean, there's another anime where I just kept on watching until it was done because I had to, and the manga's worse. God, the manga's so much worse. But this anime, YUKI YUNA is a Hero, is just, it's so much fun. I mean, it's dark and it's tear-jerking as hell, but it's also like the kind where I want to see what happens next. I need to see the whole storyline. I need to cry my eyes out, I guess, and be as depressed and emotional more than I am. Oh, but anyway, that is my whole review and my thoughts on the season 1 of YUKI YUNA is a Hero for now, and maybe I'll come back again and review the other seasons once I finished watching them. Oh, with that being said, that is it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you have any requests on a future video you would like me to do. Also, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, please do me a favor and click that subscribe button down below and the little notification bell as well so that you can know the next time I upload a video. And thank you so much to anyone who watches and comments on my videos. Your feedback means so much to me, guys. I also love to hear what your thoughts are on the anime YUKI YUNA is a Hero as well. And of course, the anime community is awesome, and I'm making these videos just for you.